Next we're going to use JavaScript to create a little program and the program is going to be to roll the dice. So it's going to impersonate rolling dice to produce two numbers. So when I press on the button I get 1 and 4. If I press on it again and I'll get 2 and 1, and 4 and 5 I get a double 6, and then a 1 and a 4 and a 5 and a 1. So I've got a button, and the button is producing two numbers, two random numbers between 1 and 6. So they're impersonating what would happen if you rolled two dice and got the two numbers on the two faces of the dice. I'm going to do this in Dreamweaver. I'm going to call the program roll the dice. I'm going to put a capital D on there. And I'm going to file and save it as roll the dice. Now the first thing I want to do is actually say what I would like the things on the page to look like, and to do that I'm going to use a style sheet. So here I've got my style sheet, which I made just by going create, new and CSS style sheet, and then for each bit I put the input. I want to have the text and the color and the font family and that. And you might say, well, you haven't got an input box on this dice roller, and you'd be right, but this means that this CSS can be used for other things as well. So I've got my button which I'm setting, and T1, which is going to set the writing to be quite big. I want when it sort of punts out the two numbers, I want it to be quite big. Now to put that onto here, I need to insert the correct instruction to make it run the CSS. Okay. Now what I can do, while I can remember it, is I can copy it from somewhere else. Okay. So whoops, I'm in the wrong place there. So here's my style sheet up here. So if you've got something linked to a style sheet, you can just copy it. So it's a great thing with these programs, you can just copy things in. I'm going to put that down there, and I've got link to a style sheet, and the style sheet I'm linking to is JS style sheet CSS, because that's what this file is called, jsstylesheet.css. So now roll the dice is a program. It's linked to a style sheet, so I now don't need to worry about setting the colors and the size, because that's all been done by that CSS file which is there, and I've given it a title and I've saved it. So now next I'm going to start working out where I want things to go on the screen, and then of course the next thing is to start working on the JavaScript so that it actually does what I want it to do.